Okay guys, so we're back and we are going to do some water testing. I have some liquid test kits from API. I have them individual, which is the ammonia, nitrite, nitrate. I have pH and high range pH, and I'm going to explain a little bit about these. I am missing a couple of tests, I do believe. There's like phosphate and a couple of other tests. I do have some water on my table, as you can see, because I am going to do a water change. So I'm going to explain these things to you. Just a moment here. So hopefully you can see my hands, jazz hands. Anyway, okay, so I have a cup of water here from the aquarium. This is aquarium water here that we're going to test. And then I have this water right here. I'll show you. It's just a jug of a half gallon of water. Okay, a little bit heavy. All right, so you can use now. I'm going to explain a couple of things to you before I do the water testing. Okay, the reason why I'm using bottled water, it's either purified water, which is the reverse. Let me see if I can show you again. Which is the purified by reverse osmosis. It's just a different way of a purification process of water. I could explain to you about that in a different video if you'd like. You could leave a comment down below or like the video, and then I'll know that you want me to explain to you a little bit more about reverse osmosis water, or RO as it's called as well. I'm using purified water or spring water because my tap water is contaminated. And what I mean by my tap water is contaminated, I found out a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, or about a week ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. Saturday would be 2 weeks. Okay, so I have been doing constant water changes for a while, for about 4 weeks. And I was realizing that the ammonia was not going down. Okay. And I was learning that something just wasn't right. I was using, ammonia removing treatments. So I started testing. Usually I'll test my water, I would say a day to 2 days before I do a water change, just scheduled water change. And the reason why I do it a day before, maybe 2 days before, is so that I can test the water to see if it needs to be, if there's an immediate water change needs to be done on the aquarium. So that's why I kind of do that. If it's low, close enough to where it should be, then I can just go ahead and wait for the, the regular scheduled water change. But if it's high in some areas and I know that's not safe for the aquarium, then I will do the water change. So I come to have found out after, I don't know, maybe my brain just wasn't working properly. But 4 weeks I realized that the ammonia wasn't going away. And I was wondering, why is this ammonia not going away? So one day I decided to test the tap water. Mind you, I've tested my tap water before. I tested my tap water before I even got my aquarium and set it up to make sure everything was okay. And it didn't have anything in it. It was high range pH, but I learned that after the fact. So any other things weren't, they were fine, I guess. Okay, so I tested the water, and the tap water had a 0.2, between 0.2 and maybe 0.3. Let's see, for fresh water. The tap water was between 2 and 3, or 2 and 4. It wasn't, maybe I'm not getting it in frame for you to see. So when I tested the tap water, it was green, and these are the high pHs. You want your ammonia to be 0 parts per million. If you have any ammonia, you want it to be as low as possible. Anything from, I would say, 0.25 and less is what you want, because ammonia is very toxic to fish, as well as nitrates. or nitrite, I should say, sorry, not nitrate. Nitrite is also very toxic to fish. And then nitrate in very, very high concentrations can then be toxic to fish. But you want to make sure you eliminate your ammonia and your nitrite in your aquarium. Okay, so my tap water was from 2 to 4. It was somewhere in there. I would say maybe a 0.3. That's very, very toxic, very nasty stuff, and really bothers me because I use my tap water to wash dishes, sometimes to cook with, to bathe with, brush my teeth with, the basic necessities that you need water for. And for the fact that it had such a high concentration of ammonia really makes me sick on the inside, not just for my aquarium, but for my child, for me, for my family that I know lives here. A master test kit, whether you're freshwater or saltwater, you can get the master test kit, and I do believe it comes like this. It comes with your ammonia, your nitrite, and your nitrate, and then it has the pH. I do believe it comes that way. I'm not sure if it has high range pH with it, but I had to get high range pH for the fact that when I use this test kit, now in here it comes with instructions. It comes with its vial, glass vial, and then it's, you know, liquid testing. Okay, let me move this ammonia one out of the way for now. It comes with the instructions. You can take a look at that and read that. I'm pretty sure they also have them online if you lose them or something or what have you. There are a few people on YouTube who have done the testing strips. Let me see if I can angle this better for you so that you can see. Okay, so yeah, so it comes with a vial. It comes with the color card chart so you can know what you're looking for, and you know, the little tube and everything. So this is the ones that I had first. And then I learned that my pH was too high, and it was too high all the time. In my freshwater, it was even darker than what you see here. And this is a 7.6. So I was like, And after watching a young lady who I come to know as a friend on here, she's on dollhousestatus.com on YouTube, and she was doing a water testing to show. And I noticed that she said if you have anything that's over this constantly all the time, you are going to want a high range pH test kit instead of just the regular pH. I do test the regular pH from time to time, but now I kind of just use the high range, which I am going to show you today in this particular video. And if you look on the back of the card, it also kind of gives you the instructions. Each card does that as well. But like I said, you can get the master test kit. It's probably usually cheaper. If you get it from the LFS, you're probably going to pay more. I paid about, I would say anywhere from $13 to $17.99 for this particular test. But when I went online to get the other ones, I got them for pretty cheaper. I would say anywhere between about $8 and $11. So you can get them online for cheaper if you have to go the separation route. But you can also get the master test kits, which are more expensive. But I guess in the end, if you count each price for each test, that will probably be more than the master test kit. So I'm going to start off with ammonia. These are the ones that you're really going to want if you don't have all of them, or if you don't have the master test kit. Please at least get these 3. This is very, very important. And then after you do, try to get one of the pH test kits if need be. I don't have the phosphates or anything, so I'm going to test this out right now. Here's my vial for this particular test, and here are all of the things. Like I said, there's my aquarium water to test in here. Now I've turned everything off in my aquarium, so I have to be very careful with that. When you get them, they do have fresh water and salt water, so that's a good thing if you have both tanks. So what I'm going to do here is you want to do it to the fill line, which is 5 mil. If you can see, 5 mil. And now I'm going to place this aquarium water into here. I'll try to do it. Some water to use because, like I said, I don't use tap water in my aquarium. So I had to use something. This table is so unbalanced, it drives me insane. Sorry about that. So now I'm gonna pour ammonia bottle 1 into my test. And there it is, bottle 1, and you add 8 drops. Once you have your water to the mill, you're gonna do that, okay? And then even on the back of the card, it'll tell you what you should be doing, okay? So now we're gonna add the drops. Okay. And then we're gonna add the drops from bottle 2. Hopefully that'll stand up for us. And then this is also 8 drops. Hopefully this video won't be too long. Okay. Then you cap it with your cap. And then you're gonna shake it. The nitrate is gonna be the test. It's gonna drive you literally insane. So just shake it, you know, a little bit. And then we're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes, okay? So we're gonna take this and this. It's looking a little not so nice, but I wanna set that aside. And then we're gonna test the other water. I'm doing water change. Go ahead, quickly do this. I don't want this to take entirely too long of a time to take care of here. So I'm just gonna pour this. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe you won't be able to see it. Maybe it's not necessarily in frame, but I am going to. I keep doing that and it's very annoying. And it's probably annoying to watch as well. But you want your test to be as accurate as you possibly. Now you can get test strips, but they're not gonna be as accurate as the water testing with the liquid. It's not gonna be as accurate as possible. So I'm gonna shake up the nitrite and I'm gonna add 5 drops of this into this vial. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is one where you're gonna want it where you see it. So if you see it's like this, might not stay this way, but if you see it like that, you're gonna be happy camp. I am going to do right now, or I'm gonna do high range pH really quickly for you too. So anything 40 or more is toxic to the fish. You want it 40 or less. Most people say maybe 20 or less or something like that. So this is what we're gonna do now. And this one's a little more complicated. And then there's the directions on the back. You're gonna do vial 1. You're gonna shake it when you put it in. Then you're gonna do vial, you're gonna do 1, shake. And then 3, you're gonna shake the bottle of 2. Then you're gonna add 2. Then you're gonna shake for 1 minute and then you'll leave for 5 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. I need to put the top back on that one. Put that one away. I'm gonna try to, like I said, quickly do this. I know I went into a rant of talking before, but I figured that might be some important information for you guys as far as your tap water in your aquarium. So I figured I help. It's a bad habit of shaking this darn thing up. Really, it is really a bad habit. Okay, so my test might be a little bit inaccurate. So you're gonna put 10 in there. Stinking test now. Okay, I have to make sure I'm doing it right sometimes because I forget. 30 seconds. Okay, who has time for all that? When I'm trying to get to what I'm trying to get to, I don't want to be doing that. This is so thick. Okay, I think I might have put one extra drop in there just because the freaking thing was like super thick and I shook it up. So that's just annoying. So you have to shake for a minute. I'm gonna leave it now. So I'm not really sure where. Can you see? Not really sure where it is right now. But, oh, okay, I'm probably totally not in frame to show you what's going on. So I am gonna leave these for 5 minutes. And then we will be back. Okay, so I did the high range pH. And this is what it looks like. So we're at a 7.4. Not bad. Anything over, I believe, 8.8 parts per million or 8.0 or whatever is probably going to be too much for my platies. So here is my ammonia 5 minutes later. I don't know if you can really tell on camera. It's about 0 parts per million at least. And then your nitrate or your nitrite, I keep getting these two mixed up in the way they talk. So you see that. And then ooh-wee. This is not what you want. Okay, so that's why we're doing water change today, because this is too many nitrates in here. Okay, so hopefully you found that informative in some instances. If you're a fish keeper, or if you know someone who is, or if you're even thinking about getting into fish keeping by doing your research, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.